What's the difference between a nomad and a wizard? Because I don't have my wand and I don't have my suitcase full of magical creatures. But still, I want to be a wizard.
Why don't you give me your love? Give me your love.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is the spin-off to the Harry Potter trilogy, and this time in this movie, Eddie Redmayne stars as Newt Scamander, and Newt Scamander is this guy who has a suitcase full of magical beasts. He enters New York and then suddenly the beast went everywhere, and then suddenly he teams up with Jacob, which is this fat guy with the mustache and that. He also teams up with Tina Grinchwood. I don't know if I spell her name right, but she's kind of like a detective wizard and that, and now they team up to find their wizards before they go on. So yeah, that's actually the part of the story here. The movie started up with kind of like newspapers saying that there's an attack in Grinchwood, and then suddenly we went to the scene where Newt Scamander just arrives in New York, and then suddenly his beast just like went out, and then suddenly he met Jacob, and then he met Tina, and now they have to find their beast. And to be honest, I really love the characters in this movie. So I don't know where to start with this movie, so let's start with the characters. First of all, the characters are interesting. Eddie Redmayne's character as Newt Scamander is like, he's just actually a normal guy. He has just beast and that, and then suddenly he's like some kind of like a keeper where he keeps all the magical beasts, and then suddenly the beast one down is like, come on, get over here, like that. So he's like just a normal person, and also he never gets mad in this movie. He's like, okay, come on, we have to do this and that. And then suddenly we met to Jacob's character. To be honest, Jacob's character is actually laughable because he is laughable in this movie. And yes, there's some funny moments with him. There's also this hilarious scene with it. To be honest, Tina and her sisters are just great. They're both cool and just lovable. I mean, Tina's sisters is the one who's trying to be attractive to Jacob. Tina is actually just like a detective who's like, she got this information where she gotta do this, like she's a little stressed out for this. While Tina's sister is actually kind of like, she can read minds actually, which is a thing. Colin Ferrell's play as this villain, so his character is actually like a villain who's actually a police and a wizard in the wizarding in New York, and suddenly he's like, we have to find this beast no matter what. And then suddenly we get to Ezra Miller's character, which he plays as this guy named Credence, and Credence really has nothing afford to it. He's like this son of a mother who has an orphanage, and Credence, his character is like, Ezra Miller only like stare down, is like that, like Ezra Miller does not give a thought to this character, but that was the character. Yeah, that's all I can say. Alright, so the beast is actually amazing in this movie. There's actually this one beast where there's like this plant who can turn into a bird, and then there's like this snake combination of a bird, and then suddenly you get this rhino with a big horn with the light, and then suddenly there's this giant bird with 2 wings, and then a lion who has a big roar and that. Yeah, like the beasts are actually amazing. And then you also get this badger who likes to steal money and that, which is actually just great. The story is actually good. The visual effects are very great in this movie. It worked like a Harry Potter movie. It's just that it's not Harry Potter, but it's like a Harry Potter movie. The wand magics and that, and then how these teleport from here to there, and then suddenly there was this loop where it can turn from buildings back from it's destroyed and then turn back in that. And then suddenly we also get a view from the beast, which is actually just amazing. One of the beasts are very invisible, but the actions are great. And then suddenly there's a scene that did not give them enough effort, like, no, don't do this, and suddenly they just did what they had to do. But I feel fine for this movie. This movie is actually enjoyable. I love the score for this movie. And the movie felt like it was a family movie because it was like a fun time movie. I had a fun time watching this movie. It's like a family fun time movie. The movie's duration for 2 hours and 12 minutes, which I can understand anything. But when I was in the middle of watching this movie, I tried to actually understand all those things. Like, it's supposed to be like this and that, but suddenly we just get at this scene. The movie was actually great. I think I enjoyed this movie so far. Yep, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is one good movie from David Yates so far. I remember, now I'm trying to think about one scene that was a little bit disappointing with that. But actually this movie was fine. I have to say this, but Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is one cool Harry Potter spin-off. If you haven't seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, go ahead and see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's a cool movie. So if you've seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, tell me what you think in the comments below. Sorry if this review is very late. I got lots of things to work on. And yes, my review for A Monster Calls might also be very, very late for this. I'm not going to wait till the US release for this. So yeah, my review on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Alright, I don't have my wand, but let me get to this. It's the same thing I did since Doctor Strange. Here's the outro. That is all for this video. If you do enjoy this video, give it a like. That would be very helpful. And in the description, you'll find 2 links where you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. I appreciate you guys for watching this, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.